What's going on, guys? Hit Squad here again, back at it with another video. Now, as you guys can see, there's a little bit of an update. Now, I wanted to go in a different direction with the channel. There are going to be updates going on with the channel, as you guys already know. So I do appreciate every single one of you that has watched any of my videos, liked, commented, subbed up. Again, we're almost at 300. I appreciate every single one of you that has really followed us on this journey. And I really want to welcome you guys to Hit Squad Productions. If you guys like, please follow me below on Twitter. You can definitely give us a follow, direct message me. I know a lot of you be emailing me some questions, and I just think that, you know, with the Twitter, everybody has a Twitter nowadays. You can follow me below, send me any messages. We can interact that way, it'd be a lot easier. Give us a follow, we'll follow you back. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about what was reported by Ian Rapport, and that is Daniel Jones suffering a second leg injury. Now, let's backtrack a little bit. So, I was on record as saying I would prefer Daniel Jones not to play the Arizona game because I was afraid that he would either re-injure his hamstring, or because he couldn't protect himself or play as he usually would, he could suffer another injury. And it turns out that he did. Now, he did come out and say that he didn't feel like he tweaked his hamstring in the Arizona game, which is good. That's a positive. But you could definitely tell that Daniel Jones was not 100%. You could definitely tell that something was going on with his lower leg because he was limping at one point. And, you know, he really wasn't himself. I appreciate DJ wanted to be that warrior for us and, you know, be that Iron Man for us that Eli was. But at the same time, I just didn't think that it was smart. The Giants went with it anyways and played him, and we ended up losing the game. Now, that wasn't all on Daniel Jones, let's be honest. The whole team as a whole didn't play good outside of the defense. But, yeah, Daniel Jones suffers a second leg injury. Now, we don't know what it is. It could be a hamstring. It could be a groin injury. I feel like it may be a groin injury. We don't know exactly what it is yet. Now, going into Cleveland, as you guys should already suspect, that Colt McCoy should be playing, and I think that he should, regardless of whether Daniel Jones suffered the leg injury or not. I think that, you know, we need Daniel Jones healthy down the stretch. We need Daniel Jones just as healthy as he can be, because there's no point in us rushing him back in and him re-injuring himself, and that costing us some games down the line. Now, I know a lot of Giants fans wanted Colt McCoy to come in that Arizona game, take DJ out. But I just felt that Colt McCoy is not going to win you a game. Colt McCoy is not the kind of quarterback to put a team on his back and go win you a game. He's definitely a game manager, but just with how the game was going, there's no way that Colt McCoy would have brought us back in that game down 14 points. Would not have happened. So I had no issues with him, you know, playing the whole game, but at the same time, I would have preferred Daniel Jones not to play the game at all. Now, I know that, you know, the Giants game was flexed to an 8:30 game on Sunday, prime time. We haven't had that in quite some time. And, you know, I get it from, you know, the NFL's perspective, you know, wanted to do that. But right now it's looking like it's going to be a completely different game. And I expect the New York Giants to come out, be prepared. I expect the New York Giants to come out and play physical, play tough. I don't expect them to lay an egg like they did last week. You see a pattern in the league this year where the Giants, you know, they'll lay an egg like they did in San Francisco. They'll lay an egg like they did last week, and usually they'll come back. They don't let that streak happen. So I'm expecting the New York Giants to come back and play physical and play hard against Cleveland. We have a great matchup, but let's be honest, this isn't looking good for DJ. DJ really needs to take the time to be healthy. He may have to sit out a couple weeks. I would not be surprised if, honestly, he doesn't play another game for the rest of the year. I wouldn't be surprised, and that may be what's in the best interest of the team. Now, let's say we lose out. It's kind of a win-win. You get a top 10 pick. Giants, we weren't really expecting us to do much this season anyways, right? We were just looking for, you know, progression. I was just looking for us to improve as a team, and I definitely do think that we have improved greatly as a team, but there are still a lot of things that we need to work on as a team and grow as a team. But if we go into the playoffs, you then have a top 20, top 30 pick. You win the division. Looking at it, I would much rather prefer my quarterback be healthy down the stretch, and if we don't win the division, that's fine. I don't expect any team coming out of this division to do much in the playoffs, or whether that's Washington, whether that's the Giants. I just don't expect them to do much damage in the playoffs. But I would much rather prefer DJ be healthy. And it's unfortunate to see this because I don't think DJ is a bad quarterback. I think that he could be the franchise guy. I don't know if he is at the moment, if I'm being very honest with you. And I think that's a fair argument that any Giants fan can present. But, I really do think the Giants have a giant question to ask themselves, no pun intended, for the rest of the year. Is it worth even playing DJ? These hamstring injuries are no joke to come back, and now we don't know what this second injury is. It may be best to just have Colt McCoy start these last 3 games and see what we have on the roster. I don't think that's a bad idea, and I don't think that's a possibility that the Giants will rule out. But let me know your thoughts below. Let me know what you're thinking on the DJ situation. It's very unfortunate that this happened because you don't want to see any player, let alone your franchise quarterback, get injured. But unfortunately, it happens. We just got to take this week by week. Hopefully, Colt McCoy will get the start, and we can just continue on with the game plan, kind of similar to what we had with the Seattle game. Run and pound the ball, play turnover-free football, and really just be on our P's and Q's because right now it's not looking good. I know as Giants fans, we were very happy going on this 4-game winning streak, and maybe that was a little bit hyped up. I can definitely see that point. Was definitely hyped up, but we need to take this week by week, and we have to look at the bigger picture here, and we really need Daniel Jones healthy. So let me know your thoughts below. Let me know what you're thinking because, man, this is really upsetting. But I hope the best for DJ, and I hope he has a speedy recovery. This is Hit Squad. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.